Yeah, Black Americans are still pissed about it. It's like, I was chilling in the living room looking at some YouTube videos, and I saw some new uploads where people are still expressing how they feel. So I was like, well, let me grab some of these uploads, some of these responses, and put it together in a video so that, you know, those who don't go to other platforms, I'm going to bring it to you so you can hear what your brothers and sisters are saying about this nonsense that has been uploaded to the wire. And then you have some people saying that melanated immigrants are coming into their comments saying that, you know, they understand how we feel. But in a sense, it's like what I'm gathering. It's like they're saying we should not generalize. Two, we should just like, you know, like give her grace or something. And in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what world does that work? Like, and why do you guys think that it's okay to come and what is that dog pile up on us, and then when you get off of us, we're supposed to stand up, dust ourselves off, and be like, I'm okay. Like is that like the attitude you guys think we're supposed to have? Like, take the higher road? You know, I'm all about taking the higher road, but I'm also about exposing things. And as I said, you know, when I first noticed this online, melanated immigrants just coming in, just attacking us. And sometimes I would be wondering, like, why? Because we never talked about the way we're talking about them, uploading videos and clips. We did not do this. If you look for clips of us talking about them 5-10 years ago, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find clips of us dragging them like that. I remember when I would be on Twitter seeing the nasty comments, I would think to myself, man, I feel like I would embarrass myself if I go back and forth with these people because we look alike, you know? And people are already stigmatizing us, saying we can't get along with nobody. But now the truth is coming out. It's showing that it was never us. You guys didn't want to get along with us. But it was always making it look like we didn't want to get along with you. Minding our own business, sitting at home, foot up on the ottoman, and we see a video of somebody coming for us. White racist, in the closet racist, melanated immigrants. It's like, damn, everywhere you look, it's like, my God. That's why we're so strong and tenacious. Because God knew he knew it. He knew all these people was always going to come for us, but we still here. And then some black people feel like this.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them for feeling that way. You know, you know the saying that we sometimes say, we be like, we've been kicked out of better places. It's like to hear someone who comes from a country like Haiti's saying that about us, the sheer wig flipping, mind blowing audacity. It's like, girl, what? Did you what? Okay, let me give you a few updates before we get into some of these responses. I just wanted to tell you guys. One, I wanted to read what the what was he? I think she says she's a costume designer, or she's a costume designer for the movie Sinners. I forgot to add this to the short I did the other day. Her name is Hannah Beachler. Sorry if I said her name incorrectly. She said, I keep trying to write about what happened at the BAFTAs, and I can't find the words. The situation is almost impossible, but it happened 3 times. What you guys, what that guy yelled out when those 2 stellar actors were on stage presenting, he said it prior to that. That's what they're not telling you, right? And I believe they're trying to, it feel like they're trying to bully us into accepting this, right? But I was looking at some videos where people were talking about Tourette's symptoms or syndrome, and they were saying that people with Tourette's, they normally say the words that they're used to saying. So this dude, this is how he talks, or he's around people who talks like this, and people are saying, well, I wonder why, you know, they didn't edit that part out. Did you want them to edit that out? Or did you not want them to expose themselves? I'm glad they kept it in. Let them expose themselves. So let's go on. And one of the 3 times was directed at myself on the way to dinner after the show. She said, and a 3rd time at a black woman. I understand and I deeply know why this is an impossible situation. I know we must handle this with grace and continue to push through. But what made the situation worse was the throwaway apology of if you were offended. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, you know, you putting 20 on 10. Okay. I could give you that because you don't know me. I could have did 1 or 2 things if that was me on the stage. And I'm not criticizing those men at all. They did it the way they did it. They handled it the way they felt to handle it. Me, I would have been like, what did he say? On mic and everything. What did he say? And I would have looked around the room and gauged the reactions, you know, with people, you know, clutching their pearls and acting like they were fake shock. Or I would have just been like a little like, oh, you probably would saw me flinch like, what? Like here? Like he said that here? Could have walked off the stage. I would have been like, nah, y'all need to handle this. This is not acceptable, guys. Somebody said to me on Twitter, we need to have tolerance for everyone. I said you could take tolerance and you can toss it into the deepest part of the ocean. Because I was told years ago, we don't want to be tolerated. It was about racism and black people in America. It was like, you don't want to be tolerated. Because tolerated is like say you have an animal, you do not like cleaning up behind it. You're not really an animal person and you're just tolerating that animal. You don't want to be tolerated. Being tolerant to me is a step away from get the F up out of my face like 2 seconds. No, you either gonna love me or you gonna hate me. Next update, folks. Keith Lee. This is coming from the horse's mouth. Actually, I got this clip and I'm going to give this person the credit that belongs to them, because that's what I do. His channel is called Everything 90 TV, and if I can remember, I'm gonna put the clip in the description of this video. But yes, he has a little clip of Keith Lee talking about him and Mr. Walter Johnson coming together, collaborating. They're going, well, I'm about to play the clip. I'm going to play the clip so you can hear him. And that's great news. That is great news. He, you know, we saw what he was able to do, you know.
In Tenderism, I had a full conversation with him. Again, I can't go into full detail of what we cooking up, but just know we might be cooking up something. Shout out to Unc. Everything that's done in the dark will eventually come to the light.
3rd update. I want to play these 2 clips of Asian people's reaction to that Asian comic who thought it was funny, but actually being hateful, and it was under the guise of jokes. Yeah, they didn't like that at all. So I'm gonna play those clips for you to hear them, and then we gonna get up into these responses to Haitian chick calling us dirty black Americans. Like I said, I've been kicked out of better places. So girl, check this out.
Is that they're going after every minority group except black people.
American, the only valid reaction you should have to that video is disgust and, frankly, embarrassment.
At some point, I think you just hate black people. And you see these sellouts, you see these creators who sell out and pander to white people, and you wonder why.
Okay, this one sister, her video came up in my For You page on TikTok, and she is so, you know, passionate about how she feels. I believe it's a response to the chick saying dirty black Americans.
And I see a video and it's you got some kind of accent or something, I'm immediately blocking you. I'm only dealing with black Americans at this fucking point. fuck.
And another thing I find funny, not funny, haha, humorous, it's funny how now all of a sudden people have an issue with generalizing. But that's all they've done when it comes to us is generalize. She didn't say, you know what, I had an issue with a few Black Americans. You know, because if that was the case, she wouldn't even said it. And then, or even if she was playing, it's still nothing to play with. And then it's you Black Americans are this. You Black Americans are lazy. It's never, you're not specifically talking about a few or one or two you knew or met. You generalize, but now you have a problem with generalization. Man, knock it off. Check it out.
And to that girl who got up on that podcast and tried to call Black Americans dirty because she's Haitian, not only did I report that bullshit ass business to the IRS, bitch, I also reported you to ICE. Because what y'all not gonna keep doing is coming over here and thinking that y'all better than us and calling us dirty and saying all of these things with. Y'all should be thanking us, actually, because if it wasn't for us fighting for civil rights, our ancestors fighting for civil rights, your Black ass wouldn't be able to come over here and pop your shit from your piece of shit country. Y'all wouldn't be able to come over here and talk shit if it wasn't for the foundational Black Americans fighting for civil rights, for y'all to bring y'all dusty asses over here, use up all the assistance, and then get online and then have the nerve to call us dirty. Bitch, no, you're dirty. Now go take that bullshit brow business back to Haiti, bitch. Mind you, this bitch got on here and said, what are you? A Black American? A dirty Black American? Mind you, y'all are feeding y'all children fucking rock pallets, mud pallets over there. Let's not forget about that with y'all dirty foot ass. Not only that, y'all barely got water running in y'all country. Go take your barrel business back over there and go invest back into your community. How about that? Y'all have so much to say about us and y'all talk so much shit, but I don't ever see y'all taking y'all Black American dollars, because bitch, that's what the fuck you're making. Okay, let's start there and go and reinvesting it back into your community. I don't ever see y'all doing that. Ever. Ever. But y'all have so much to say, bitch. Go take out them veneers out of your mouth, because I seen how you looked before you started getting that money, and you was ugly and dusty as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Bitch, I can tell your feet was dirty from the pictures you was taking.
Passionate. These people are very passionate about how they feel. And we are finally in a position where we are actually embracing and loving ourselves. And we don't like hearing you comfort us. And it's going to continue to be this way. And it's going to grow stronger. You cannot attack someone, offend someone, and then tell them how to respond. Well, Black Americans, I think you guys should just take the higher road. Well, let us see you do the same thing. But we haven't given you a reason to attack us. We had not done anything for you, for the racists, for the Hispanics, Asians, none of you guys to attack us. So now you got to deal with it. Okay, let's continue.
Black American? That's wild. Reminds me of a time that someone who I had just met, mind you, asked me what I was. Black. Mind you, they too are Black, Afro-Caribbean. Said my family was from Alabama and Mississippi, foundational Black American for Black grandparents. Well, mostly Black. Anyway, but foundational Black American, they were like, oh, I thought you were a regular Black person. No, you didn't. That's why you asked me. Because ain't shit regular about me and ain't shit regular about any of us. Because we're not regular. And you know it. Happy Black History Month.
See, we have all types of personalities. We have the like bring it to you ratchet, and we don't give a F how you feel. And then we have this sister who is very classy with her little jazz music in the background, like she just chilling and telling you how she feel about your ass. But it doesn't take away from her passion for her people. Let's continue.
I keep seeing all these videos of Haitian people saying, oh, I don't agree with that Haitian woman, but I also don't agree with Black Americans saying all Haitians are dirty, own one in Haiti, and saying that we eat dirt cookies. And I just feel like it works both ways. And when we were young in grade school, y'all used to call us Haitians. Bitch, shut up. It gets to a point. Why do you all expect us to take the high road? This one girl was like, oh, just single her out. Like, just talk only about her. Why I gotta be all Haitian? Why she had to say all Black Americans was dirty? Why does it always have to be, I don't agree with this, but she's wrong, but you're wrong too for responding and reacting No, we're matching energy. If you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. And what really gets me too, because I know a lot of people talking about my video, because I've heard, oh yeah, and then they're showing the conditions in Haiti and whatever. And y'all know my videos be making its rounds. Bitch, I'm not lying. I could see if I was up here making up lies and showing AI videos and showing AI pictures and pretending like I'm not lying. That's the thing. Like, somebody came on my live stream yesterday, like, oh, you're being hateful. You're sick. How? By telling the truth? Y'all love to spew statistics at us, which are skewed. Y'all love to say per capita. Y'all love to talk about the degenerates in our community. But when we do the same and we're literally just telling the truth, y'all say we're being hateful for telling the truth. And now I could see if we was making up stuff or if I was simply just roasting and ranting based off of my emotions, because you know I'm a comedian. But we're telling the truth.
So here's the thing: when immigrants come in and say we're hateful, well, how is it that we're hateful when you come and say these, like she says, these skewed, inflated, fabricated statistics about us, and we come in and bring facts about you? We're hateful. You accuse us of being hateful. Or when we tell you we don't like something you do, and we're like, you need to go. They need to deport you. They're accusing us of being hateful. But you guys can get on and say you want to put us all in one place and boom to us. Or you want us to get deported. Dealing with these ICE agents. That's hatred. You guys should know what hatred is. I think you guys are filled with so much hate, you hide it. But then you project onto us. I don't believe in being hateful, because all it is a cancer. It slowly kills you from the inside out. But I do believe in being assertive, and I do believe in expression. I'm a firm believer of the art of expression. Let me tell you this experience I had one time, and I'm gonna get back to the response. Okay, I was talking to this guy. It could have been about 3 years ago by now. I was working on a project, and I got in contact with a few men I was talking to. One was Haitian, the other one was Black American, and I think he was suffering from PTSD. It was just kind of like weird. But anyway, the Haitian guy, he was cool. I think he was going to school, or he had gone to school. He was doing some very interesting things that I thought we could come together. He could help me on a project that I was doing, and I don't remember what that project was, but I was working on something. So we would have little conversations, like actually on the phone, talking to each other. So he said, I can't remember how we got on that topic, but he said, yeah, my mother used to tell me to stay away from Black Americans. At this time, I didn't know he was, or prior to him telling me this, I didn't know he was Haitian. So I said, you're not Black American? He said, no, I'm Haitian. I was like, really? And then I felt a little twinge of something. Now I know what it was. I felt a twinge of kind of being disappointed because of my experience I had living around Africans. So I was a little disappointed when I found out that he was not Black American. But anyway, I didn't discriminate. I didn't say, oh, F this, I'm good, click. We still continue to talk. I thought he was cool. So when he said that his mom said that she told him not to be around or deal with Black Americans, I was like, I got offended. I was like, why? Why did she say that? He said, because she said we're angry. And then I had the same reaction to this woman calling us dirty Black Americans. I was like, what the fuck? You guys talk about the history of your country. You talk about how you fought yourself out of slavery. But look, you guys have been paying a price ever since. You owe all your money to the crown. You can't keep anything because they're making you pay for that. To the point where when you have natural disasters, you have to get help from around the world. You can't even help yourself. So you're going through all this in your nation, in your country that you guys own. That wouldn't make you angry? And then you come to America and you see how we're living. You can see our projects. You can see the poorest of poorest black people don't live like you guys. So you're going to tell me you come from your poverty-stricken, corrupt, chaotic countries. You come over here and see how we're living. That'll piss you off even more? So I can't remember what caused us to stop talking, because we eventually did. We kind of clashed. And then it was something I don't really want to discuss. But we kind of clashed. It didn't have anything to do with his mom said, but that, that was in the back of my mind always, because I was like the audacity of these people. Okay, let's get back to the responses.
So the Haitian girl that called us dirty black Americans, right? The Lord must know not to bring me in that type of situation, because it would have went the fuck down, right? So I've got a couple of these. And I think I found the Instagram. Go on and do what y'all do.
I would like to add to this conversation we're having about that Haitian ass bitch that went on that podcast to speak about black Americans, unprovoked, mind you, unprovoked. I swear to God, we have condos, mega mansions in y'all's heads. The way that y'all obsessed with us needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. It's a sickness. You're not okay. You're unwell. Okay? Here's my thing. I see, like, many people speaking about it because they're upset, rightfully so. And then you got the Haitians, the Africans, and the fucking Caribbean people in the comments talking about, oh, well, not too much. You always generalize all of us. Like, we don't all feel the same. I can't fucking tell, bitch. I can't fucking tell. And instead of trying to police us, and instead of trying to tell us how we should feel and what we should say, why don't you get y'all people who keep doing this shit, who keep fucking embarrassing y'all, who keep speaking for all of you, why don't you get them and pack them the fuck out and worry about them and not worry about us and how we feel? Like, stop trying to police us, because it gets to a point. We literally are sitting, chilling, cool, and maxing, and we catch a straight every single fucking time. The obsession is fucking real, okay? I'm gonna keep generalizing until y'all stop speaking on us. I don't give a fuck, because that's all y'all do is speak on us. Speak on us, speak on us, speak on us. You know what? And the thing is, you know what's crazy to me? All of you appropriate black American culture. All of you. You all do. Yet you want to sit here and disrespect our culture, shit on our culture, but you'll appropriate it real quick, especially when you come here. Don't act like you don't. You do it in so many different ways. Our culture is through everything here. Everything. So stop playing with us. Get out. Stop playing with us. Stop trying to police us and how we feel and what we say. Police y'all people first.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I guess they're just so used to talking down on us and expecting us to be like, let's grasp hands with these people who hate us and let's just sing. And they emulate racist. They say they don't like them. They say they, but they do emulate them. And then can you tell me what is wrong with people who are doing worse than you? Talking down on you? We all experience this in our personal lives. I know we do. Have you have a family member who you should not ever open their mouths against anyone in life, but they do. They're doing worse than everybody, but they have something to say about everybody. I had an uncle who was the biggest, and I don't really like talking about my personal life online because as you can see, but I had an uncle who was doing the worst than anybody on the block. But he always had an opinion about somebody. And then, we have that coworker who never does their job, always coming in late, but always criticizing somebody. What is wrong? Can somebody tell me what's wrong with these type of people? I already know, but I want to hear what you guys say. Let's continue. Now, this next individual, she's very extremely passionate about how she feels. I keep saying you guys cannot keep pushing people backs against the wall and then trying to dictate how they are to respond to your taunting. So, trying to low key bully, please. I wish you would. But anyway, some things she say, I'm not for, I'm not an advocate for people just going up to random people, just knocking their blocks off, but I'm completely 100% for self-defense. So check this out.
I seen a Mike Larry video of a Haitian girl with a lace front on with edges talking about They asked her where she was from, and she was like, I'm from Haitian. And she said, what are you? Are you a dirty black American? And the man said, what? What you say? And she said, are you a dirty black American? With her whole chest. And she kept saying it. The fact that it must not have been black American women on that set. Like, I'm not understanding. The fact that they didn't make her beautiful fat lips a little more plumper, I'm just not getting. Because that's the only thing these motherfucking tethers is finna take now. Like, they are literally saying the most heinous shit. They are talking about bombs. They calling us dirty, and their fucking countries are fucked up. Haiti is a ghetto country. The whole country of Haiti is ghetto. Nigga, we got ghettos in every state, and our ghettos in every state look better than Haiti. Every ghetto in the United States with roaches, rats, and motherfucking bed bugs look better than Haiti. The whole country of Haiti. You scratchers of the butt deciding to say y'all want to take out a whole lineage. I need my people, because I know people, black folks that got photogenic memories, bitch. Go inside these motherfuckers' heads. The man on the show said, yeah, you got to calm down with that dirty black American shit. I don't know why a water bottle didn't go flying at her, a clipboard or something, why the show didn't end right then and there. Like, y'all giving these tethers too much grace. If a motherfucker's smooth enough to say you a black American in your face, Okay. I'm just saying it's less painful ways to hurt a motherfucker. And I swear a bottle of water would have hit that bitch clean upside her motherfucking head.
Yeah, like this next video, I really thought that people were joking when I heard them saying, y'all eat mud cookies or dirt cookies. I was like, damn, they pissing y'all off that tough that y'all gonna accuse them of eating dirt cookies? Like, I couldn't fathom it. I thought they were really joking. I was like, who does that? Even when I was a kid in the backyard and making mud pies, I never attempted to eat them. And I saw my first video last week.
They look a lot like pancakes or cookies. The recipe passed down from generations here in Haiti. Women spend entire days making them. Kids seem to enjoy them. But these patties, known as bonbon terres by the Haitians who eat them, are a grim reminder of just how poor this Caribbean nation is. They aren't sweet, they're hard to swallow, and add almost nothing in terms of nutrition, because the cookies are actually made of dirt.
I seen that video of the Haitian girl who called us dirty black Americans, right? Mm-hmm. It's crazy that I know for a fact that people from foreign countries have always felt like black people were African. So in where I'm from, you don't see many other cultures. So when I moved to Florida and I went to high school, my 12th grade year, I went to Inglewood High School, and they had a program called, I think it's called Esau program or something, where if you don't speak English, there's a whole hall for non-speaking English students, and they give them classes to help them speak English and things like that. So I get to the school and I'm just excited because I've never seen so many different cultures. So I'm walking to class and I see these tall African kids. There's these kids that are Bosnian. There's German. I don't think they're German kids, but I know they were Bosnian kids because I had made a friend and her name was Nirvana. And I was one of those people who were just intrigued. And so like when I first got there and I was walking up to the African kids and I'm talking to them, somebody pulls me to the side and they was like, "Oh, them African kids don't like us. They don't like us." And I'm like, I've always been like, I don't give a fuck. So I'm still trying to make friends with them and talk to them. They could barely speak English, but like when I already seen all those different cultures, I was just like, oh my gosh. So, when you come from where I'm from and you haven't seen this, it's almost like, so, but I've always heard that Africans or Haitians do not like black people. And I'm 40, and I heard that when I was in high school, so that ain't nothing.
Yep, she felt the same way I did. I felt the same way, because it had been years since I had lived around melanated immigrants. So when I moved to this area where I used to live, and it was a lot of Africans I lived near, like, it was a luxury apartment buildings. They lived there, and just the attitudes was completely opposite of what I assumed it would be, because I wanted to get to know them other than what I heard about them on TV and movies and whatnot. It was so disappointing. Yep. So disappointing. Okay, check out this. I think this might be the last clip that I'm going to play. All right, check this out.
There is a reason that I consider the word ally to be a slur. There's a reason for it. That's the reason. We and by we I mean black folks in America, have absolutely no ally at all. Some of you who have all of this concept or thought process about what it is to be black in America, you wouldn't make it through a week living as a black person in America. And I'm talking about a black person born and raised here. And it's funny, I don't even really have to say that because of how many people who share the same amount of melanin yet run from ever being called black. We understand from conception, we have no allies, none. From the skeet to the grave, we know that no matter what our troubles are, no matter what our grievances are, no matter what our dreams, our aspirations, no matter what desires we have, they will never be accepted, not just in American society, but worldwide. Never. Our worst aspects are always the first thing everyone goes to, even though there's not a demographic, there's not a religious institution, there's not a religious identity, and it does not have those exact same worst aspects. And we get it from everywhere. You want to know why black men and black women are always arguing and fighting, or it looks like we're always arguing and fighting, what you guys like to call ratchet and ghetto? Do you know what that is? That is generations of being told that no matter what you do, of course we take it out on each other. We can't take it out on anybody else, now can we? I saw a video yesterday where a guy said, when a white man is angry, he's got the world on his shoulders and we need to think about this. When a white woman is angry and tears flow, everything must stop because she's crying. When a Latino man or a Latino woman are angry, oh, it's passion, it's this fiery thing. When black folks are angry, we have to be silent because an angry black man gets the cops called on him, no matter what he's angry about. An angry black woman now has to walk around with a stereotype about both of those instances is there can be one angry black man or one angry black woman, and 13% of the population have to pay for it. And we have no allies. Because much like what they do when we die, first they kill the body, then they kill the reputation. To a lot of marginalized groups, to a lot of Caucasian people, it's not worth their reputation to stand up for us. It just isn't. It is not. Can you imagine seeing an injustice done to a black man and then arguing it or arguing against what happened to him to your family? You think you're gonna risk grandma's recipe for apple pie or your dad's fishing stories to stand up for some black guy? It is part of the welcome package to the United States. This is our flag. This is our bird. This is the national anthem. Hate them over there. No matter what they do, please remember 1350, 1350. No matter if you see poverty amongst other communities, it's black folks that want your TANF and your welfare because we don't want to work. We're lazy. And don't worry about it. If we can't get it from your TANF and WIC and welfare, we'll steal it from you. Every black man wants to a white woman. Ain't you? Didn't you know? Did you not know that? Oh, and when you see the ones with white wives, they're sellouts. They just want to be white. That's all. And then there's some black guys that will prove that point. They're murderers, thugs, criminals. We're good with the sports, with the touchdown, with the football, with the basketball for the three-pointer. But let us talk about politics. Shut up and drum. And nobody cares. They don't. We're told, get in this fight because it could be you next. It's always been us. We are a staple on the menu. Just remember, ICE is acting like law enforcement, and law enforcement's whole starting point, slave catchers. But hey, why don't you want to be involved in this? For what? So that your racism can come out later on? No, we good. There isn't a quarter or a quadrant in society where we are not at, and then we are not welcomed, and we are told what our place is. And then when we do invent shit, oh, well, anybody could do it. Hip-hop doesn't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But you wouldn't have rock and roll if it wasn't for Sister Rosetta Tharpe. So there's that. And we get it from everywhere. You wonder why we're hyper masculine. You wonder why we are really pushed off, like, I'm not going to no work functions. No. You wonder why? Who would want to live like that? Since y'all love white people telling you shit, remember when Jane Elliott said, if you would like to be treated like black people are treated in America, raise your hand or stand up. And nobody stood up. It's exactly what she said. You know you don't want it. You know you don't want it for your family. Explain to me why you are willing to accept it happening to others. It's because we have no allies.
Okay, folks, that will be it. I hope you guys enjoyed the responses. And the last guy, he is heavy on TikTok. He has a large following, and they usually have him in a lot of videos that you see on YouTube. I haven't been seeing him lately, but I was completely in tune to what he said in this response. And the part where he says, basically every other group can be angry and is seen as harmless. I don't understand why. Okay. Yeah, but when everybody else gets angry, it's harmful. Yeah, I can't even say that because nowadays when white men get angry, it's like, oh, look out. But for real, when everybody else get angry, it's kind of harmless, but we're the only ones have to suck it in, you know? What was I looking at? Oh, did you guys, I know some of you guys looked at the series on, is it Hulu now? It's Underground, the Underground is back into slavery days, and they're planning escapes. And it was like this woman was, in the beginning, the first episode I think I saw, a woman was giving birth. She was screaming in agony, and the woman came in to help, I guess the birthing mother or the woman that helps around the whole plantation was like, you know, you need to quiet her down because you don't want the missus to get mad, something like that. I was like, we were always made to shut up, suck our pain in, and take it. And then when we get angry, it's like call the National Guard, the Army, the Navy, and everybody else, the SWAT and everybody in between. Everybody else get angry, it's understood. They have understanding. But when we get angry, it's like, oh my God. Either they get terrified or they just brush it off like, oh, I'm just another nigger's upset. You know how they are. You know, and now we're like, we don't give up. We don't care how you feel about us being angry. We're not going to keep shutting down, being quiet because we don't want other people to be uncomfortable. Damn your uncomfortableness. Because you didn't care about how comfortable we were. All right, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, I'm about to shut down the shop. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.